Why y'all mad for? Why you mad? Y'all jokers, bro. Am I lying? Nah, that's not on purpose. Nah, it's not on purpose. Like I said, my Cape Crusader days over fighting for your city and your people. Make it dirty out here. I'm not out here. I don't chill out here. I make videos out here, then go home. Or I make videos out here and then go chill and shit. So, you know, keep your city dirty. Nobody cares, so, you know, nobody complains. Why should I complain? Only thing I care about is you guys paying me my money. And stop getting mad when I go to get my check. What you mean, Nino? Why you mad? What's the matter, Camilla? Y'all mad at me still? I didn't want to call y'all names, but you the bosses. So when your employee tells you people are fucking with them, do something about it. Don't wait until they put you niggas on a screen. And I have no quarrel or beef with any of you. I thought it was just supervisors. But it seems like every time I come in y'all presence, y'all got attitudes and stuff. And I don't even know you. You sure do know a lot about me though, don't you? You probably said my name a whole lot of times. And I just learned both y'all names 3 months ago. So y'all been, you know, doing what y'all do or whatever. I don't know what's going on. All I do know is y'all be mad. I be like, yo, damn. All I did was ask for my check 3 days after we already got it. Does anybody else do that? They bark at you and say, get my motherfucking money right now. I'm tired of y'all. I just say, fuck it. I'll just go get it in the morning. I go get it tomorrow. I ain't got time for this shit. And y'all be mad because, I don't know. Damn, she pretty. You ever see a girl that looks so pretty, she just stop you real quick? You like, like, oh shit, look at her. Anyway, that's it. I ain't got no beef with y'all. Y'all do y'all thing, I do my thing. You know, and I'll keep on doing my route at 100. You know, making you guys look good. And you can be mad at me for whatever reason. Even though every fucking where I walk, no matter if it's downtown or uptown, it's always looking like this in certain areas. I bet you it don't look like that across that goddamn street though. Cause these are buildings and those is houses. These is niggas and those is regular peoples. You see the difference? Want me to prove it? You want me to prove it? And I ain't saying those are black people, those are white people. Nigga means you dumb. You ignorant to the law. See the difference? You see how you can see all the way down there and you don't see shit on the floor? That's because these people will call on you and then the mayor will chew you dudes out. It's pathetic. Sound of horns. Anyway. So I was on Instagram 5 minutes ago, right? Before I go to work. And I ain't been on there in so long, so I was like, let me go see my 12 people that let me see if they post anything good, because out of the 300 or 500, damn near 900 people I did have, you know, they all got blocked and kicked the fuck off my shit because what are you there for? You're not teaching me nothing. You're not sharing information. You're just saying things. So this one guy, I'm not sure what he is. I think he might be from the other side of the world or some shit. But he talks about Buddha and a lot of philosophy and things like that. He's basically the educated version of me. Because it seems like every time I go into his thing, every time I see one of his posts, he posts something that I'm actually doing right now. So today he posts up about the ego. And he posts that this famous guy, this poet, I forget the name, sorry. He talks about this poet that wrote a poem about his ego. And about how it always follows him around and it has no shame and it's something that's always going to be with you, right? So the guy starts explaining about the ego and how to tame it. And he said most people don't tame their egos because they don't even think they have one. They really believe they don't. The only way to know you have an ego is you got to learn how to step outside yourself. Now, when I say that, majority of you have no idea what the fuck I mean. And the first thing you said is, how the fuck do you step outside yourself? With your mind. With your mind. See, when you use your mind and your brain so much, you can speak, do things, and be watching yourself. You're paying attention to every word that comes out your mouth. You get into arguments, you whatever the fuck, you get into conversations. And instead of just projecting, you say what you believe or whatever. But then you pay attention to how you react to people, how people trigger you, how the world triggers you, how anything triggers you, right? So once you start seeing it, and you realize you're not God, and you pull your head out your ass, you'll begin to separate your mind and your ego. And you'll get to realize we all have two personalities. Sort of like that yin and yang thing I keep telling y'all about. And you can't have one without the other. Period. Now, he says, once you begin to acknowledge your ego, that's the true way to begin to tame it. And I believe that because that's exactly what I did, except, I didn't look that shit up. And I did these things and then learned about it. See, that's what's very strange about me, and it's very hard to... It's something I can't prove. I can't prove, sound of horns, I can't prove to anyone that I learned about regular things and whatever, and then started doing shit on my own, and then come to find out years later that they're in the most important books ever. I can't prove that. And that's alright. Because other smarter people, have done things. Like a perfect example, like the Prophet Muhammad, if that's the right name. His story is that he couldn't read or write, that he was completely ignorant. And the Lord came onto him and gave him knowledge. And he wrote the Quran. That's how the story goes, to the best of my knowledge, right? Abraham, Moses, all these men were not geniuses. How come we only look up to men that are supposedly really fucking smart now, though? You will never take a dumb nigga's opinion But all these books, religious books, say the Lord comes on to dumb people and not you guys that think you know shit. I wonder why. Because when you're dumb, when you have a lack of knowledge, you are mentally a child. Period. You may not be a baby and everything, but you can't do anything more than what a teenager could do because you don't know how to. That's what it is. That's what's wrong with most adults. If they had knowledge of certain things, they would have never ruined their fucking life. They got told this is the only way. There is nothing out there for you. Like, you know how many times I got told by other stupid ass black men or women, the world's racist, there's nothing out there for you, you're better off just gang banging and fucking not caring. We only live once and all this dumb shit. If I would have listened to them, I would have never got to explore the East Coast. I would have never got to meet all these fucking people. I would have never found God. And they were all smarter than me, supposedly. They could read and they could write. Can they write poems? Can they write raps? Can they write their feelings down? Nope. Can they get on the camera and express their feelings to people that don't know them, that will judge them? Nope. Because being smart, knowing things doesn't make you brave. Bravery makes you brave. The knowledge of oneself makes you brave. Get it? I don't need to know Hercules and Jacob, David and them to learn bravery. I didn't know the Bible when I was a little kid. And I sure was running around protecting a lot of people. Not a lot, but shit, once you go over one or two, nigga, that's a lot for a child. When I look back at my life and see all the people I defended physically or mentally chumping people off or throwing around the fucking, the whole squad coming, dog, like, I'ma take you. And if you beat me, I can't stop the wolves and the ninjas, nigga. I don't control them. That's family and friends. You know what I'm saying? But I never called them to attack. Now, the point of what I'm trying to say is, my father does a lot of things, and I just gotta go with it and see where it lands sometimes. And we're 150 deep now, so I guess you're going somewhere. And to me, that at first it felt like it put weight on my shoulders, like, that's why I don't make my videos with the lessons and all that shit right now. I'm just trying to get familiar with you people. I'm trying to get you people familiar with me. That's why I like that I messed up and didn't have all my videos public, because I still have a bunch of videos I can show you guys that have a lot of good information in it. And then a lot of my older videos that are really good, maybe not the best, but they're good. They always got something. And those have very low numbers because I made them like early and all you guys wasn't here yet. So I think I might, I keep saying it, I'll take some time off and then I take 3 days off, a day off, and come back. The longest I ever took off so far was like a week. I think I went a whole week. I was like, yeah, this shit is like crack, dog. I gotta talk to my wolves. This is bullshit. I love this shit. And but yeah, I gotta take some time out. I really do, because one, I gotta recuperate, get my energy back. I mean, I had my energy back to a certain level or whatever, but I don't know. I just gotta get my soul right. I gotta get more in tune with the situation that I'm really in, because some days I just come on here And I be literally forgetting that I got all these people watching me and shit. And I just be snapping, and I'm like, yo, bro, we gotta calm down. You gotta calm down, my G. You might have a little kid watching you or something. I remember being little, and, you know, it says hit 18. All my videos are restricted from kids. But I remember being a kid, and they always ask you, are you 18? And I just say, yeah, anyway, and I go watch the shit anyway. So, if any of you little young whippersnappers are watching, get right with the Lord. He's already with you. You're young. That's that little voice in the back of your head that keeps telling you not to do the bad stuff, but you do it anyway. Yeah, that's your voice, but that's him. Now, a lot of things are feels very weird in the world. Like when I'm watching online now, I see a bunch of these things happening, and I don't know, I just feel like something's is coming, and we haven't had a big shenanigan in a while. See, like every couple years they do the shenanigans and shit. They like, what's this new one? Alabama fight or brawl out or whatever. These black people beat these white people up on the boat and shit. I still haven't got what the story started over. I'm getting background on certain things, but I don't know. I'm just watching the wrong videos or something. Because I haven't heard anyone say clearly exactly what started the fight. So I can't talk on it really. I just know that I seen it on YouTube, and then I seen it on Instagram, and then I went on YouTube because somebody on Instagram said something about, yeah, that river was a slave river where they used to sell us and all of this, and I'm like, oh God, here we go with this shit. Like, one more reason to get black people riled up and start doing dumb shit. And like, I get it though, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, I get it. But we as black people have to really understand that every act of violence that we do upon these people, they use that against us. It doesn't matter if you're right or wrong. They're only going to make sure that the camera's on you beating them up, and they're going to not tell the story exactly how it started. So then everyone looks at black people like we're no good. They could have started with them. More than likely, that's what probably happened. Cause I believe the black people were workers on the boat of the ferry or whatever. And I'm like, black people be wailing, but I'm like, yo, everybody would have knew they gonna lose their job, and black people don't like to go out like that all at once. Now, I could be wrong. Like I said, I don't know the story, but that shit is just bad on everybody's part because, one, they're probably fighting over words, a whole bunch of fucking talking, and more than likely, like, I can't say this is the exact truth, but a lot of white people, y'all talk fucking crazy and racist because you know you can get away with it. You knew from the 90s, 80s, and back, you gonna say this nigga acting crazy and that's it. And everybody, but now y'all waking up to the fact that there's cameras, witnesses, and all these different things. So y'all do the old nigga, and then we pound you the fuck out, and then y'all think y'all just gonna get a nigga hung. But then y'all wake up to the sad fact of there are white people that are not racist recording you, and they're gonna make you go to jail because you're a fucking asshole. And that's why I whip my camera out on everybody all the time. Why? Because it doesn't matter how fucking tough and evil you are. When this camera comes out, you're gonna be afraid because you're gonna know that's the last time you're gonna do that. And everyone's gonna see your face, and then you're done. And it's just like, what I feel like what that nigga say on the highway when they beat that nigga ass. Can we all just get along? Rodney King. Yo, that shit. I remember I looked up something about Rodney King, and this dude was saying that that shit was a hoax. And I said, whoa. Like, this is what made me like start looking at black men differently and not just trusting all of them, especially niggas that made it. Because a long time ago, you know, black men and women and white people and everybody that wants to know the truth look things up. Now, I'm not saying these videos are 100% accurate, but when I say you will have your mind blown, even if this shit ain't the truth, right? It's a good entertaining story. I know it had me looking shit up for days. Start looking up like hoax. You know what I mean? Like this is a hoax, that's a hoax, or whatever. And you'll be surprised how many black men stories like this, like the boat thing, that they're fake. And that they did that because then everyone's gonna look at black people bad. And they pay the man off because he's an idiot and he doesn't realize how far they're actually gonna make this go. So it was just crazy. Like, I remember I was watching, oh yeah, my nigga Dean Calloway. He was another nigga that I end up running into because of shit like that. Like, this nigga be having me thinking, bro. Like, when that nigga say, I'm just here to make you think, I be like, yo, good looks, dog. Because even if you wrong, nigga, you still got me thinking. So, what did he say? He said Harriet Tubman fake. He said, the Nat Turner story fake. I said, oh, shit, bro. Where? Now, when I heard the Harriet Tubman, that was believable because I have a brain. And I know how my enemy likes to make our woman look stronger and more brave than us so she can stay the head. Pump her fucking chest up. Now, what made me think this is because in the Harriet Tubman story, she's a black woman slave. And I'm not saying it can't ever happen, but it's just strange when you look at the realities of it. She gets free or whatever, and then she goes back to free more people and stuff, right? But when you actually listen to the story, when you go and actually pay attention to what, like, go look at the story and then look how close she was. Look how it says she killed people or did certain things, right? Or whatever the whole story is. And then think about in your mind, this is a time where they were brutalizing men. The whole country knows if you see a black person, get them and bring them back because none of you are free or whatever, right? How the fuck did she do all these things? How? No one just knocked her head off? Now, I'm not going to say the Lord isn't real and can protect people and all this different stuff, but one thing I have learned about my enemy is they love telling us fake fucking stories because it does something to your mind. You know, like Jesus is a white guy, even though the Bible says he's not. They told you that fake ass story and you believed it. And what did that do to us? It made us look up to white people more than us. Yourself. So, don't act like that shit ain't going on. Now, when you hear about how they stomped out slave rebellions back in the day, when you realize how much power these dudes in the South had and all this, when you realize the Northerners that say, oh, we want to free black people and blah, 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 they just wanted your black ass to come work in a factory. Did they pay you more money? Did you get better when we went up north? No, they robbed us the same way them niggas is doing. They just did it on paper and said, well, you signed it. You signed up for slavery, nigga. That's all that is. You know what I mean? Black man life didn't change when we got free. We went from the field to the factory, nigga. We didn't? And now they pushed us out the factory, let everybody else get those jobs. And now we just take whatever the fuck we can get, unless, you know, you hit them books, go to school, get a little, you know, CDL or something, and, you know, you can still do it, but it's not going to be easy all the time. And a lot of you ain't going to make it up there. That's why I say we got to figure out how to build our own thing and